Hello guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. I was watching one of my old videos. I love watching my old videos. And now I don't watch them because I think they're great videos. I watch them because I go, why are people watching my videos? The whole idea behind that was, and you guys probably heard this phrase many times, especially those of you who are in the Philippines or been traveling to the Philippines or been conversing with women on the internet, online. And if you haven't heard it yet, you will. And the phrase is, age doesn't matter. Yeah, age doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 55, she's 25. I'm 65, she's 25. I'm 75, she's 25. It doesn't matter. If you want to know how I felt about that, just watch my older video. I really like to dig deeper on why we think this way. And I'm going to go with what the man is really thinking, and then what a young Filipina is really thinking. You're 55. She's 25. You're 65. She's 35. You know there's a 30-year age gap. You live in the U.S. and it's just not common. But you see this young, beautiful Filipina. She's 25. And she says, oh, age doesn't matter. And I love you. Or, age doesn't matter, and whatever follows after that. But what goes in your head? You're going, holy crap. This 25-year-old thinks I'm hot. And I better get some of this before she disappears. I mean, in the U.S., and you're making $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and a 25-year-old girl says, I really dig you, I really love you, and she throws this line, age doesn't matter. The first thing that goes into your head is, what is she up to? It's money, right? It's all about money. It's about, does she know that I only have $3,000 worth of Social Security coming in? What's going on here? You start questioning this, right? It just doesn't happen with men who makes $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Now, if you're making $30,000 to $50,000 a month, then you know immediately why she says age doesn't matter. But at $3,000 to $5,000 a month, you're not so sure. Or something's weird's going on. Well, shouldn't that be the same thought process when you're talking to a Filipina? It should, but when you start seeing other older men in the Philippines dating young women, and then you start hearing young women there saying, age doesn't matter. I mean, it's on and on. This girl says age doesn't matter. That girl says that age doesn't matter. She's 25, she's 35, she's 27. They all say age doesn't matter. Then you go, well, maybe I am Casanova. So you're looking for that young Filipino, but you don't know where to look. You hear about it. You see a lot of these YouTube videos of older men with young Filipinas, or just Filipinas in general. My recommendation is to hire a dating service, and that dating service is Christian Filipina. When you join Christian Filipina, they have a vested interest in your success, right? If you're not successful, you're going to talk bad about them. But if you are successful, you're going to promote them, right? The only dating service that I would recommend is Christian Filipina. I'll have a link at the end of the video. Click on it and check it out. But what should you be thinking? Well, let me tell you what you should be thinking. It all goes back to money. A woman in the U.S., 25 to 35, she's probably making $3,000 to $5,000 a month, maybe $10,000 a month. She knows you make $3,000 to $5,000 a month. There is no leveling up for her to be with you. There isn't. There is no leveling up. She's already have that. She doesn't need to be with an old man that's all wrinkly, farts in the middle of the night, did I say that farts in the middle of the night? That snores. She doesn't need that. She's going to go after a young buck. But on the other hand, when you're in the Philippines, you see this girl, and she says age doesn't matter. You forget all about that. You forget about all that money thing, and you go straight to the point where, you know what, she really does love me because I'm a good guy. I have money.
Yeah.
I have charisma. I'm good looking at 55. At 65. What we tend to do is we start leveling down. We know that we're 55, 65, but our mind starts going, you know what? I can relate to that 25-year-old. You remember when you were 25-year-old, right? I can understand what she's doing. Yeah, you have to really understand why young Filipinos are so attracted to older foreigners. Don't try to kid yourself that it's your looks, how great you are in bed. It's about how much money you have. Yeah. For you, age doesn't matter. You have the money. If some girl that's 25, 35 that says, hey, age doesn't matter, you're going to go for it, right? I would. Why not? You'd be stupid not to do it. You're not going to get those offers in the U.S. You're not going to get those offers in many countries. But in the Philippines, there seems to be abundance of young women that's willing to date older men, and they will say age doesn't matter. Now comes, and I'm going to try to get into the mind of a young Filipina. For you, it's because, man, she's so much younger, she's energetic. You know, all the stuff that you could do when you were in your 20s, and you start imagining all that stuff, and you're hoping that you can relive 20s and 30s with this 20 to 30-year-old young woman. Let's go and think about what she's thinking. She can't think, hey, I want to relive my 55-year-old or 65-year-old life. She is 25 and 35. she doesn't know a thing about being 55 or 65. Oh, oh, I understand you. Oh, yeah. No, she doesn't. The only way she would know how a 55-year-old is or 65-year-old is to be a 55 or 65-year-old person. She's not there. She can't fathom, but she cannot be a 55-year-old person. Never experienced it. You, on the other hand, you've experienced being 25 and 35. So you have that experience. She doesn't. The only thing she has to go by is this. Is he nice to me? Is he a good person? Does he love me? And I'm leveling up and my life is going to change because he makes 10 times more than I do. If she have kids, it means security. If she doesn't have kids, it means security for her. And for some, it's security for her family, her parents, her brother, her sister, her cousins. Filipinos have a tight-knit family here. So when they say age doesn't matter, it's not how you look. How handsome you are. How romantic you are. Maybe a little romance is there. But don't kid yourself, okay? Now, dating a young Filipina that's 25 years old, this is what you should be thinking and how you will make it a successful relationship. You remember when you were 25, whatever the amount of money you were making was not a lot. You're at 20, 25 years old. Just think about it, okay? Whatever age your young Filipina is, think about when you were that age. You had just as much ambition as she does. You wanted to have it all. If a woman was making $20,000 a month and she's 45 and I'm 25 and she says she loves me and she'll take care of me, it would be very hard for me to say no, right? Because when you're in your 20s, you have all these ideas about being wealthy, all these ideas about having a great family and a career, and your life is going to change. You want to explore. You want to go to different places. You want this, you want that. Why? Because you don't have any of that. You don't have the money. You don't have the experience. But you want all that. Wait a minute. Isn't that what your young Filipino wants? All right. You have this young Filipina that wants the same thing as you did. So just remember, when you're dating a young Filipina, try to remember how you thought when you were in your 20s, 30s, when you didn't have any money. All that energy and all that ambition, all those dreams, you accomplish all those now. But back then, you didn't know a thing. You know what I mean? With a little bit of luck, somehow you managed to be this successful person. And now you're dating a 25-year-old woman. Think about how you thought when you were that age. You have to. You had that experience. And that is what she's thinking. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing, but age doesn't matter. You know age matters. But you're going to say age doesn't matter because she's a young, beautiful woman. Dating a young Filipina is kind of like having a second chance at living your dreams, your goals, and your wishes when you were 25. But now you have money. You're matured. You have experience. And hopefully you're a good person. And then now you can take this beautiful Filipina and guide her and give her a good life. Give her what she really wants, is security for herself, for her family, for her children. Whatever the case may be, you're that person who you wish at age 25 that someone else was able to guide you. But in this case, you're guiding that young Filipina. I hope this video makes sense. Yes, age doesn't matter. It took me a while to figure that out. I think that I might be on the right track. And once again, maybe not. Talk to you guys later, and you guys have a great day. All right, guys. Don't forget to check out Christian Filipina at the end of this video. There's a link in the description. Check it out and let me know how it's going for you.